Jesus told his followers, Peter and John, to go and prepare the Passover for us, that we may eat it. The disciples asked Jesus where to prepare the Passover meal. Jesus told them that when they entered Jerusalem, they would see a man carrying a jug of water. They were to follow him. Where the servant entered, they were to enter also, and to ask the homeowner for the use of the upper room for their Passover supper. The householder granted this request. It was just as Jesus had told them. Today, we are here in the upper room, watching the events that unfolded on that night, which we call Maundy Thursday.
I earnestly desire to eat this Passover meal with my friends before I suffer. I shall not eat again until all is fulfilled in the kingdom of God. The Father has put all things into my hands. I have come from him.
My teacher said, "Follow me, Peter, and I will make you a fisher of people." I was called Simon until Jesus called me the Rock, Peter. I know that Jesus is the Messiah and have promised to follow him even to death. Tonight, Jesus will look into my eyes and tell me that before the night is over, I will deny him 3 times. Deny him, some rock I turned out to be.
After Jesus' resurrection, Peter will meet Jesus again by the Sea of Galilee. There, he will be able to affirm his love for Jesus 3 times. From then on, Peter will be the rock. He will preach the good news of Jesus' death and resurrection in many places. But for tonight, he's struggling around this table.
My name is Andrew. Simon Peter is my little brother. Even though I'm an easygoing guy, it's hard to live in the shadow of somebody like Peter. I was Jesus' first disciple, and I was the first to invite someone to follow him.
Andrew is mentioned in the Gospels only 3 times. He followed Jesus till the end of his days, preaching the good news to the Greek Gentiles. In fact, he's thought of as the first foreign missionary.
I am James and the older brother of John. I am a fisherman with a strong personality and a fiery temper. John and I worked with Peter and Andrew. Jesus called us all on the same day to follow him, and we did. We thought he would establish his kingdom on earth, and we would be his right-hand men.
My name is Philip. I'm the only one around here who's practical and realistic. I come from Bethsaida, the same town as Andrew and Peter. When Jesus found me, I knew he was the one.
They call me Nathaniel, but they also call me Bartholomew. You might call me a visionary or a mystic.
Hello, everyone. I'm Thomas. I ask a lot of questions, such as, how can we know the way?
I was a tax collector. That's right. I'm Matthew. Tax collectors don't have a lot of friends, except other tax collectors. But Jesus accepted me just the way I was. Follow me, he said, and so I did.
James is my name, and I am known as James the Lesser.
For a time, James was in charge of the church in Jerusalem. He brought the good news to towns, villages, and cities, where he represents the nameless, unknown millions who followed Jesus.
I am Judas Iscariot. I'm the only one here from Judea, not Galilee. Like the others, I followed my master, but why won't he lead? Why won't he even take up cause against Rome? Maybe I can convince him to change his mind.
Poor Judas. He never did understand about the kingdom of God, and so he betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, right into the enemy hands that crucified him. Judas tried to give the money back, but it was too late.
I believe in freedom. I am Simon, the zealot from Canaan. Before I met Jesus, I belonged to a band of fanatic guerrillas called zealots, who fought for the freedom of Israel against the tyranny of Rome. After I began to follow him, my political ambitions gave way to serving God. I want what the ancient prophet Amos wanted, for justice to roll down like waters and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream.
I'm Judas Thaddeus. Without wanting to boast too much, I think it's fair to say that I'm faithful, dependable, and willing to do whatever God has in mind for me.
The last shall be first. I'm John, the other son of thunder. That's what Jesus called my brother James and me. Our father, Zebedee, was a rich and powerful man, a friend with many Jewish leaders. I was a fisherman in the family business until Jesus came into my life. At one time, I thought I would assume a position of power in the new kingdom, sitting at Jesus' right hand. Now I have learned how to live in love and understanding.
Our scene is set for the Last Supper. Let's see what happens tonight.
My friends, we've been together 3 years, and yet I tell you, one of you will betray me this very night.
Is it you?
What?
Oh, is he talking about you? You? Not me.
What?
Who can it be, Lord?
It is he who dips bread in the same dish with me. Judas, go and do what you must do. Father, thank you for this meal and the hands that have prepared it. Take this bread and eat. This is my body. Take this cup. Drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in remembrance of me.
And then Jesus and his disciples left dinner and went to a place called Gethsemane.
Sit here while I pray.
But the disciples were tired and struggled to keep their eyes open.
Take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. Friends, why do you sleep? Rise and pray that you may not enter into temptation.
It looks like Judas has come back into our meeting, and this time he's brought some friends. The chief priest and others had agreed to pay Judas 30 pieces of silver.
There's the man. Seize him.
The man with Judas found Jesus and arrested him. The story continues on a day which the church calls Good Friday. While there's a dramatic part in this story, Christians all over the world celebrate this day because it was the day in which Jesus gave us the gift of communion, a gift offered to all.